welcome back to Date with the Divas. If this is your first time, welcome. And if you're returning, well, I guess you're digging our vibes. And the Divas, thank you for watching. We have some tea to discuss with you. Please have your beverage of choice ready because the tea is hot and you will need some cooling off. If you haven't subscribed, well, shame on you. Click on that subscribe button and don't forget to like our videos and also hit on that notification bell so you never miss our newest videos. Ms. Alicia, hook us up, please.
Hey guys. All right. So tonight, I want to talk about this month of August was hip hop's 50th anniversary celebration on August 11th. And so a couple of different cities had different types of celebrations, but there were a couple of critics as well. So Def label founder Jermaine Dupri becomes the latest hip hop veteran to express complaints about the 50th anniversary celebrations.
Complaints? Wow.
Right. Complaints.
All right.
Last week, Jermaine indicated he expected more corporate sponsored activities in his hometown, ATL Atlanta, saying, just for the record, no brands have done any dinners or get-togethers in Atlanta celebrating the 50th anniversary of hip hop. That's crazy, you know. And then he had some backlash with it. So then he had to do some clarification, right? So this is his clarification tweets right here. He says, it's crazy. I see someone is trying to take my tweet and create the narrative that I'm mad about what's been happening in New York for Hip Hop 50 compared to what's been happening in Atlanta. LOL, that's completely false. My statement was all business related.
And business is spelled wrong. Oops, sorry.
Right.
But he did say Atlanta, so I don't know.
Exactly. It had nothing to do with me. But anyway, continue.
Right. No worries. He even retweeted a couple of people's tweets saying that it's truly insane how Coke doesn't take advantage of things like this. The company Coke, nothing else Coke. But the drink Coke.
Let's be clear.
The beverage.
Right. The beverage. It is truly insane how Coca-Cola doesn't take advantage of things like this when it comes to Atlanta. They're right here. So Jermaine feels like Atlanta got the raw deal when it comes to commercialized celebration. He says money ain't a thing. He was just mainly attacking companies for not putting ATL in the main mix because he feels like, ATL was like a big place for like the start of hip hop and things like that.
There was? Thank you.
That's word for real? But anyway.
Right, that's right. But guess what though? The city of Atlanta did actually have a celebration though. So he just right.
He just wasn't invited.
He was invited though, and he was there. Like the city of Atlanta.
His invitation was under the door. And Sprite was there.
Is that ludicrous?
Talking about me again saying Coca-Cola.
Sprite did it, not Coca-Cola. Okay.
Right. But aren't they all under one umbrella? Ella?
They are. That's what I was getting ready to say.
But wasn't Sprite the one that had back in the day? Sprite was the one that did the actual hip hop theme. It wasn't Coke. It was Sprite that had with the ad with MC Shan and was it MC Shan and
go ahead, Miss. I fell in love with hip hop.
Right.
I don't remember, but yes, Sprite been a black soda for a minute.
Yeah, it's been a long-standing corporate partner of hip hop for a long time, and so the event that
I'm sorry.
That's
what happens.
You're fired.
That hurt my eyes.
Can we focus, ladies? You talking about me?
Okay, sorry. So we're at Sprite.
Okay, back on track.
So they had their celebration, right? And you see all T.I.
And we got JD on stage getting an award. So
okay,
right. He was even I was going to say he was even honored with an award, right?
So what is he complaining?
What's he complaining about?
That's exactly what people are like confused about. Even Charlamagne the God was like,
hold on, let me go back to
supposed to be this big hip hop mogul. Why didn't you throw something yourself then? Like
that's my thing,
You were one of the big ones out here. So what are we doing?
We knew it was coming, right? So why don't we get together?
Right. And that's Charlamagne right there for those who didn't know. do y'all agree that the biggest celebration should not have happened in New York, that it should have been maybe two big celebrations?
No, I mean, I feel like hip hop started in New York. I do agree with. I'm confused with JD saying that there was nothing in Atlanta when there was something in Atlanta. So there's something I'm missing there. Because I was gonna say I would agree with
corporate support went,
but no, that was corporate support. It was Sprite.
No,
I
I
guess
think
just that one. It wasn't enough for him.
Okay,
so
but
he wanted more. Okay.
right, because it sounds the
Which I
way
can understand.
from reading his tweet, I thought it was like he was just saying nobody did anything in Atlanta, and then
That's
I was like,
what I
well,
thought too.
here it is, But I do agree with Charlamagne that if you knew this was coming, this would have been a great opportunity for you to partner with some of these
use your connects,
with some of these corporations and get them to put it on.
but maybe tried and he was getting no's. Maybe that's why.
That could be it.
But he said nobody, so he should have said it in his tweet.
I did.
Yes.
Hey, thank you.
My bad. Forgot Sprite's having a thing.
Right. In one of the tweets, he did say that he was talking about dinners, not necessarily a party. Really? That's just semantics at that point. Like,
come on now.
Like, I would rather have this event rather than maybe there were some nice dinners that he knows of.
My understanding, and maybe I'm incorrect, but I mean, maybe we could look this up. But I thought like there was this whole, when they were doing that celebration, which was like a couple of weeks ago, maybe it was the week before or whatever. It was like every state or something like this was supposed to be doing it.
Yeah.
And so this is that my point was going to be that when you do the research in terms of hip hop, when you look at its kind of like flow, every kind of like region has its own buildup of it. So you had New York going on, then you had California having its, spur, then you had Atlanta, then you also had New Orleans doing their thing too. So there were every little pocket, and I want to say there might have been like some people from like the Midwest, and I may be bigging them up.
Nelly
didn't get any big ups, but I think there might have like a section in the Midwest that came out. So in my eyes, I felt like I'm thinking like, oh, it doesn't have to be one centralized location. Right. Each particular area that, influenced during that time, because again, every part had their little, up growth of it and contributed to the growth of hip hop and what it is today. So I'm thinking, why did it have to be New York? Why did it have to be Atlanta? Every state do their own thing.
Right. And like I said, I think on that day that it was happening, every whatever state location, I don't know, they were supposed to be doing their celebration at the same time, that same day. So it was across.
You guys are misunderstanding what he was saying. I don't think he was saying Atlanta wasn't doing a celebration. I think he was saying there weren't.
Can we go back to his text?
Clearly, that's her homeboy. He knows what he's saying.
I thought that was the same.
Well, as like Alicia said, he said no brands have done any dinners or get-togethers in Atlanta celebrating the 50th anniversary of hip hop.
Corporate sponsorship. He's not saying and weren't happening.
Right. So so if we're going towards what Antrisa is saying with respect to corporate sponsorships, maybe he's saying that there was not enough
support. Or
he just didn't say it right because he said none.
It did seem like he was focusing too much on Atlanta.
It's a tweet. It's not a dissertation now. Come on.
You making it because
exactly. You and JD had a conversation.
But I can understand. I can understand if he, felt that or what have you. I don't, know particularly which sponsors. Maybe he's looking for like really big, I don't know. Maybe
I'm gonna bring it up
was Nike involved? I don't know, or like a sneaker
companies.
I'm gonna bring it up one more time because in the second tweet, he's kind of trying to clarify. He says, my statement was all business related. So maybe he was trying to reach out to some people and they weren't.
Well, then I'm going to need for you to get your spelling together and get your thoughts together before you get a tweet out, because we wouldn't have this misunderstanding.
But again, What? Well, did he say what he was doing?
No.
That's what I would.
He's a big name. He's a big name. I mean,
Right.
unless that's not his. He's not part of. I don't
But
know.
I think he did want to what Andres was saying. He wants corporate sponsors.
Right.
He's probably and maybe he was trying to work with some people, and they weren't looking at working in Atlanta versus working in New York.
Or just at all in general.
Maybe I'm inferring too much, but what I read from the was
Waiting.
he was trying to get some major corporate sponsorships for the Atlanta celebration, and he was getting, no, we're committed in New York's. That's what I read.
That's what
okay.
And now that you bring it up that way,
influence.
that's what I'm
I
thinking.
didn't take it that way.
I didn't see.
I think it's like, it's kind of he's trying to politely throw a dig or like kind of throw the stone and like leave oh, okay, this
Like
company didn't work with me. They know who they are. I ain't got to tell y'all who they are, but they gon' eat their words when they see how big Atlanta is. I don't know.
Or subliminally telling them.
Right. And maybe that's when Sprite was like, okay, we'll throw something.
He said it after the Sprite thing. He said it after the Sprite thing. Let's get
Oh, he said it after the Sprite thing. Well, I don't feel like that's where in your notes, sweetheart. You guys to give me timelines if you want me to give you accurate thoughts. But speaking of timelines, I feel like this 50th anniversary of hip hop has been going on like all year, but maybe it's region by region or just award show by award show, because I know award show has been doing it too. So
yeah. And I did kind of agree with him about it. I feel like it could have been like maybe a little bit more bigger and like more involved for everyday people too, because hip hop has influenced quite a bit when it comes to fashion, when it comes to music, when it comes to TV shows and all that sort of stuff. Like it should have been way more stuff going on. Maybe because
but there could have been that wasn't sponsored or something. There could have been other things going on that weren't sponsored.
I know, but I'm talking about like on a bigger scale to where I didn't even know if it was being filmed because I didn't watch it. Did anybody watch these celebrations? Because I sure didn't. You know what I mean?
Didn't know what was going on.
Some of them were concerts, like not to be broadcast, but like you buy a ticket.
The ones in the parks were concerts. They were free, and it was for the people.
Right, but there was some in New York
because LA's been on the map for music now.
Look, you was the one doing this story. You should have looked it up and seen what
there
they
wasn't.
Yeah, I don't think these were. I don't think most of these.
I'm
were
just saying to prove
events.
Jermaine's point, like major cities who have contributed other than New York have been left to the wayside.
I'm just saying. And this is an inference. I'm just guessing, because when they talk about hip hop, this is what they say. They say first comes New York, and then they bring up California. I'm not saying first or second or anything like this, but I'm saying first, right? That this is what they bring up. When I saw this stuff, when I saw like things on in the media, social media, whatever, the first thing that came up was LL Cool J's thing. And it had the New York celebration, but the California one, even on the news, they're just bringing up little pieces, but I don't know what portions of California, and I'm sure they would have had to, because there was hip hop in California too. So
the marketing sucked. I agree with Jermaine.
Well, then I guess he shouldn't be complaining about Atlanta. Then we should be complaining about California not doing it.
My point is, I'm thinking. If hip hop was such a big thing, I'm thinking old school, like back when Motown would have those little buses and they would go around from place to place. How come they didn't have like concerts, big concerts, major venues around the country where people can really get hyped about it? I don't know.
I think they have, but we may not be tuned into that.
Yeah.
I think they have because I know someone who flew to New York to go to one of these concerts.
Okay.
Example, flew to New York. Why they have to fly to New York to do it, Marnita? Go ahead.
Well, Snoop Dogg was doing his concert at the Hollywood Bowl in October, where it was Snoop and Friends, and he was doing the entire Doggy Pound
Doggy Style Girl, Doggy Style
album. I had
but
tickets.
that was for his own anniversary, I believe. But he has done other concerts in LA for the 50th anniversary of hip hop. The Hollywood Bowl one, he put off again because of the writer's strike.
Yeah, I had tickets and he canceled it again.
Oh, you had tickets to go see that.
He canceled it the first time because of the writer's strike, and then he canceled it in October, rescheduled because of the actor strike.
Yeah. Oh, could that be?
So you're just not gonna see him this
but
year.
What confuses me about that is I just saw somebody last night was like, oh, going to the Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa concert. So he's still doing concerts. I guess he just didn't want to do that big one. And that was this one that this particular person was talking about was a 50th anniversary of Hip Hop Celebration. So I think they're around. I'm gonna admit I'm not tuned in. I don't listen to like local radio all that much and see like what concerts are coming up.
Around the August 15th date in Gardena.
Okay.
There was an event.
Yeah. So
there were LA events.
Alicia, I think you just got to get more up on the events, girl. Maybe you're too busy researching the topics for dates with the divas. I don't know. See, I try to make it light there.
Something done, I think.
Anyway, so
in Sacramento as well.
Yeah. So like I said, there's things have been going down there. I don't know if they're the corporate sponsored events. But yeah, I'm starting to agree with Dontrice on this one. I think that JD just wanted to work with some brands and they wasn't really trying to do it because they was either doing the New York one or they thought that was bigger or whatever. So,
or like if you have a board or whatever that's taking care of all these places that's having these things, maybe that's something they need to try and work on too in terms of getting sponsorships for the various locations that they want.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see once the 100th year of hip hop.
Anyway,
it's gonna be done next year, so
75. How about
75?
That?
Okay, 75. 75.
Now Money's talking about 50 years from now. Like we're gonna be covering this at 50. Okay.
I know. I hope not. We got enough subscribers to make some money.
Oh, anyway, y'all, let us know what you think about this story. Do you agree with JD? Do you think he was just overreacting? Let us know down in the comments. Did you go to any hip hop celebrations that was not in New York? Let us know.
Where was this other celebration, Alicia, with Lauryn Hill, and you had me bring up this picture? I'm gonna bring it up again for Lava.
Oh, I think I know what's happening with Lauryn Hill.
That was a New York thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you showed it already, so I was like,
I showed it accidentally.
That was who performed in New York. I was
my bad.
Going to New York.
I want to make sure you got to finish your story.
Oh, Marnita, you hate it when I do that to you.
Thank you.
I'll be following clear and concise notes.
Like, don't show that picture.
This is behind the scenes, viewers. This is behind the scenes, y'all.
Okay, moving on to another concert because shoot, we want some free tickets. Hit us, sister up. No, I'm kidding. So, so a Minneapolis security guard named Calvin Decker worked at the Eras Tour, which is Taylor Swift, who don't know. So Taylor Swift has this Eras Tour going on right now, and the security guard who was working for her came forth saying he got fired for asking fans to take photos of him standing in front of Taylor Swift. So more photo stuff going on here, right? So this is the infamous photo that an audience member took a picture of him standing in front of Taylor Swift. So here's how it went down.
Yeah.
So Calvin says he admits he only applied for the job largely in order to attend the concert for free. Listen, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I appreciate your honesty.
Thank you.
Right. So during the concert, someone recorded him singing one of the songs to Taylor Swift and posted the video of it. So that's him being in front of the stage and singing it, and he reposted on his TikTok and things like that, and it went viral. Decker was stationed in front of the center stage, and he said that he kept his eyes focused on the crowd and was not allowed to turn around towards Swift. And he quotes saying, after night one, I was realizing how close to Taylor Swift was getting to me. So I really wanted to get a photo to document it. He handed down little pieces of paper that said I wasn't allowed to have my phone out, but if Taylor comes right behind me, please take a photo of me and text it to my number. And he hands this paper out to a couple of people in the front row for night two. And they were really kind of sweet about it, he says. He says, the person who posted the photo of him singing was not one of the people who he passed the note to. And so the company that he works for is called Best Crowd Management, fired him due to a rule prohibiting staffers from taking photos with performers. But Decker said that the company took issue, not because of the photo, because he technically didn't use his own phone for the photo. He used somebody else's phone. So he like found like a loophole, basically. Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't use my phone to take a photo of this. Somebody else used the phone. I just asked somebody else to take a photo. Like, you know, people are taking photos anyway. So I just asked them to send ones that include me to my personal phone number. And so at first his job, you know, brought it up to him and he asked if he should take it down. They didn't say anything yet. And then maybe a few months later, HR approached him, officially firing him, saying it was because of the debacle. And he says that he doesn't have any grudge towards his past employers or anything like that. So what do you all think, ladies? Should he have been fired for taking a roundabout way of getting documenting his job, working with Taylor Swift?
I don't know if he should have gotten fired, maybe a warning, but I think this kind of goes back to something Joe was saying last week about when you try and do something on the slide, like you got to keep it on the slide. Like,
exactly.
So, yes, he didn't pull out his phone, but yes, he gave these notes to people and they sent him video that he was in. And then he goes and posts it on his TikTok and the TikTok blew up. And that's how the company, from my understanding, that's how the company found out. You told on yourself, like you
right.
shouldn't have put that out there for yourself. But you know, I think it was a technicality that they could have been like, "Hey, we're going to suspend you, and we really don't want this to happen again."
But why did he have to go put it? Okay, let's say it just so happens that. Why did he have to tell people he passed out notes? Like, why you put yourself on blast? Like,
that's true. Right.
Yeah.
That's I didn't understand. Like
15 minutes worth of fame.
Exactly.
But you could have did what you still did, but not tell people that you passed out.
You could have been like, "Oh, I just found this footage of me on the internet."
Yeah, something. You know,
I think he did it to, because my understanding, he did this video, and I only know because I had to take like screenshots from the video. He did this video explaining why he got fired, and I think what happened is once his TikTok blew up and HR or that company saw what happened, they called him and was like, you know, you're not supposed to be taking video. So that was his excuse of, no, I didn't do it. I did not take video. This is not my phone. Someone else did it, but I gave them my. So again, it's like, yeah, why did you say? But none of that would have happened if he hadn't posted it. Because you can't control if somebody else posted it, then you'd have a little bit more of a like, I didn't even know that. I don't know that person. It's not my fault. I'm in their video. But
he didn't think this out. He didn't think it through.
Yeah, he should have had his friend post it and tag him in it.
Thank you. That's exactly it. Or had some, you know, created a random account
or
something that they wouldn't have had no proof that it was directly him or something.
But then he would have had the fame.
5 minutes of fame. And you want to get
his friend would have had the fame.
His friend or the ghost account.
What do you think, Joan Andre? Should he have been fired for this?
Yes, he was unprofessional.
Uh-huh.
I think he should have been doing his job, the job they would pay him to do.
Right, because that's like security, right? Security is up there too. They're not like, hey, take a picture of me too. Well, you know, you can't be. I agree. So it is what it is. But he was a dum to
exactly.
blast himself out there.
So let me ask y'all: if y'all at one of y'all favorite concerts, and some random dude hands you a note, at first you thinking he about to hit on you, but instead it says, take a picture of me and send it to this number. How would you react?
I would send it if they happen to be in my picture. Like, I wouldn't go out of my way to like make sure I take their picture, but like I take a picture and I still have the note at the end of the night, I'll be like, oh, here's your photos.
What'd you say, Lava? Yeah, we're speaking at the same time.
Probably give him side, which is bombastic side eye.
Oh,
Like, what we doing? Like,
right.
And I would really think that it was a joke. Okay, yeah, I'll take that piece of paper.
But he was an employee, right?
It seems like in uniform and everything.
Or an usher to ask you to take a picture of them and then send it to their.
It's just creepy. I just
like he didn't
talking to me.
From my understanding, he wasn't like, oh, please take a picture of me. It was just like, if I end up in any of your pictures, can you send it?
I think it was begging, because why would you write 15 notes to hand them out? Like, you really trying to beg somebody? Like,
because he obviously wanted the pictures and stuff, and that makes sense. You know, if I was standing in front of Taylor Swift or Beyonce or something, yeah, I would want to like show it off. But if it's
he got what he wanted out of the job, this was clearly what his intent.
Well, true, yeah,
right? Because he did say he got hired because he wanted to go to the concerts,
and he just got lucky to be center stage.
Yeah.
So the only downfall though is that he had to have his back turned to the stage the whole dang time to watch the crowd.
Well, that's what you're there for,
right?
Security.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like y'all said, he didn't think this all the way through.
Not at all.
I think he did. He
didn't care.
I think at the end of the day, he didn't care. He just, you know, now he's got probably as many TikTok followers as he wants to, and you can monetize that. So, you know, maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe he didn't even need a job. He just was like, oh, this I can get some concerts for free. And with that being said, let me see if SoFi is hiring, because Beyonce coming soon.
Really, or whatever for that Beyonce tour, you know. Listen,
if you see me selling pretzels,
well, that's what people do when they go to those like award shows and they do seat fillers. You know,
seat fillers. Yeah.
What do you think, Lavelle?
You know, the guy is just getting his 5 minutes or 10 minutes worth of fame. He was hoping that Taylor would be like, oh my gosh, that is so nice of you. Look at that. I think he was hoping to get tug on Taylor's, you know, skirt and see if she would bite, you know?
Yeah. I was like, where's this going? He tugging on what?
All right, let us know what you think down below as well. What would you do to get a free concert? You know, what kind of job would you do to see something free? You know, list down below.
Let us know what kind of job.
Cigarettes, pretzels,
right?
Hooked up with.
At least then you can see the concert. You walk in.
That part.
At least you're facing it. Right?
All right, y'all, for my final story. So we covered a part of this story a couple of weeks ago. So a few weeks ago, check out our YouTube video as well to find out about it. Jamie Foxx's infamous tweet, they had Jewish people all up in arms because they thought he offended them. And Jennifer Aniston, you know, was one of the people who sort of, you know, blasted him and tried to like, quote unquote, cancel him at the moment. But lo and behold, yesterday, she did an interview with the Wall Street Journal, and she declared, quote unquote, she's so over cancel culture.
What culture?
She's
cancel
over
culture.
Cancel culture.
What did you think she said, Lava? Who'd you think she said? You was like, oh
no, I was just trying
who
to
I gotta fight.
I was just like, what?
Pull it back. I'm about to read it right again.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My bad.
So after she said that about cancel culture, she said, I just don't understand what it means. Is there no redemption? I don't know. I don't put everybody in the Harvey Weinstein basket. And then she says, she's so over it, and that I quote, I probably just got canceled by saying that. Most likely, yes, girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are over this cancel culture.
I was just getting ready to say. I was just say her and a couple other celebrities kind of agree with her, like Lizzo and, you know, other people. who've been in
That
hot
have been
water for the
canceled.
past.
Yeah, isn't Lizzo in a little bit of a pickle herself?
Right.
She like, fuck cancel culture.
I'm gonna
No,
jump on
Lizzo's
that thing.
countersuing. Did you guys hear?
Oh,
Was that
no.
on stream?
All right.
Oh,
Countersuing those girls, and she has photographic evidence of them enjoying themselves.
oh.
Doing the things
See, but we
that
talked
were
about
forced
taking photographs. We
Right.
talked about that, how that can be just taken at the right moment, at the right
That's true.
time.
So true.
But
Get you a little detective. So of course, a couple of people are definitely all upset about these statements she's making in the Wall
They're
Street Journal. Some are like, now Jennifer, what were you trying to do to Jamie Foxx only a few weeks ago? And some people are definitely upset that Jamie Foxx had to apologize for being misunderstood, but Jennifer Aniston did not make any statements after that, after she realized that he did not mean what she thought he meant.
She just liked it and didn't know what was going on.
Right. One
Then threw him under the bus after it.
Yep. What was that one tweet? That's what it said, Marina?
even
this
out that.
for real. Can I read it?
Right. So this person said,
I didn't know if we were there yet. I'm trying to follow the host. And I didn't know she was going somewhere else. So I was letting her be.
How does that one song go? Rip me out the plastic, you acting brand new. That's what happened. Anyway. So this tweet says, Jennifer Aniston is just mad that people held her accountable for lying about the tone and intent of what Jamie Foxx posted on his social media. She went on and on about how everything was so unacceptable, only to be shown as a judgmental Karen with little exposure to Black people. So what do you ladies think? I know, Joe Drub was like, I'm tired of canceling you.
I got one more for you.
Okay. Not Jennifer Aniston playing the victim, shifting her own accountability to cancel culture. No, Jennifer, you went out of your way to publicly call Jamie Foxx an anti-Semite unprovoked behind something that had nothing to do with you. Notice how all that context is missing. Do you guys agree with how Twitter is upset with Jennifer's interview?
Just shut her mouth up.
I don't.
I don't agree either.
I don't agree. I said what I said about the whole Jennifer Aniston, Jamie Foxx thing 2 weeks ago. Again, y'all can go back and watch that if y'all haven't. I can see where you guys say she threw him under the bus, but I think everyone's forgetting that she didn't just come out and say, hey, he's anti-Semitic, blah, blah, blah. It was another news outlet that said it, like blatantly said it. And she was tied to it because people saw that she liked the original post. So whatever went down with that, went down with that. And now she's saying, I'm over cancel culture. She's like, she never said cancel Jamie Foxx. Like, people are up there, but you tried to get him canceled. And she's saying, I don't even agree with that culture. Like, I don't agree with that. So, I don't see where she tried to get him canceled. Maybe that's just what people in the cancel culture world thought. And she's just saying, I'm over cancel culture. Like, she don't want to be canceled. This also implies that she don't want him to be canceled, to me, if you want to read into it. So, like, yeah, let's just let it go.
I get what you're saying, but I get what they're saying too. Like, yes, she wasn't trying to cancel him. She did not. However, she threw her support, and then she backed up, and she's like, I got your back, way back. That's what she did. And I feel that people are like calling her out for that. I mean, be it good or bad or whatever, but I mean, come on. She was protecting self-preservation, basically.
Yes, self-preservation. That's how I feel too. I feel like she liked it, not understanding what it meant. It got backlash, and then she's like, "Oh, wait! I don't support that." Not necessarily bashing Jamie
under the bus,
but throwing him under the bus per se, but saying, "I don't support that." But you didn't even know what he meant, and now you're talking about cancel culture. Just like Joe said, she kind of was just like, "Oh, I got to protect myself," kind of, sorta. But I got your back. But I'm gonna how about we keep you at this way?
Why do we have to quick to reply? Why can't we just take a breath?
Good point. Yeah.
Because we don't do that these days. News is fast. We got to be faster.
Do y'all think
it is?
Right. Do y'all think Jennifer owes Jamie an apology?
No.
I don't think so. It's not that
No,
serious.
and if she wanted to, that's behind closed doors. You do your thing,
exactly.
like, whatever.
I don't think it's
but-
that serious. And I personally don't think Jamie Foxx is thinking of it that way either.
Right.
He's playing tennis.
Would you say, Lavelle?
He's playing tennis.
Pickleball.
Pickleball. Yeah, we
Okay.
don't do tennis anymore.
No. He's playing tennis.
Oh, okay.
Definitely playing tennis.
Like right now? You watching him?
No, but I get.
Let me find out you and Jamie Foxx is cool like that, Lavelle.
US
Or are you
Open
saying this is
guy.
a mental game of tennis?
No. He's playing tennis.
Okay.
Okay. She sounds so sure of herself too, like she knows for sure.
Is he playing doubles? What, you the double?
No,
He playing doubles with Jennifer
some
Aniston.
people, some up and coming people.
Oh, okay. It sounds like we got an exclusive on our hands.
Right.
I'll see what I can get.
Okay.
With the Divas exclusive.
Dum.
Do you think Jen is playing the victim now and that she shouldn't even be bringing up cancel culture or what?
I don't. Oh, go ahead, actress.
Oh, I think she's talking about the whole climate.
Yes.
That someone says one thing and then they have to apologize for it 20 times. And I think that's what she's talking about. She just happened to get caught up in something recently, but this has been going on for a while. So I feel like she's speaking from her heart that, I don't believe in this. Everybody's not Harvey Weinstein. Some people just make mistakes, and can people make amends and then move on with their life?
What do you think? Do you guys have any solutions? What would be like a better reaction in front of the masses if someone does do something that's sort of like, wait a minute, what the heck? Should they like immediately like explain themselves on like a interview somewhere, or just leave it up to interpretation to where it could possibly get them canceled? If
I think they should just get on live for like 24 hours and let people get on and ask them questions and they answer it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I said with
This is the
everybody.
thing, though. It's
I am
like
bullshitting.
going through so much. It's just like, all right, already stop.
I think it should depend on what the person said or did. Some of these people are apologizing for stuff, and I'm like, why? Like you said, stand in it. You said it.
Yeah,
thank you.
10 toes in it. I said what I said. This is how I feel, or this is how I felt 10 years ago, people.
Right.
I'm a different person now. But that's what I felt at that time.
Marinate in it.
Yeah, live with it. Like what's his name? Kevin Hart. I respected when they pulled up those old tweets of his and then fired. No, they were trying to play with him.
Host something.
And he said, no, I don't want to host. I'm not apologizing, and I don't want to host the Oscars. It's like, like, get out of here.
Yeah, I definitely agree, because it does seem like the moment someone just disagrees with somebody, then they try to get a whole bunch of people on the bad wagon just because they disagree with somebody else's viewpoint about something.
Everybody doesn't have to like everything. Everybody doesn't have to agree with your lifestyle. That's
exactly. I totally agree.
Very true.
Big world.
But it does help us have these conversations.
There's always a bright side.
Right. All right, y'all, let us know what you think as well. Are you over the cancel culture as much as we are? Are you on the bandwagon of like Jen is playing a victim? She needs to be held accountable. Let us know what you think. Comment down below. Hit like and subscribe. And then come back, because you never know when we might have a surprise guest on our show. Thanks to Lavelle.
Yeah. Get off the tennis court.
Between Treese and JD being cool, and we got Lavelle and Jamie Foxx, stuff is gonna be popping.
Right. You never know. You never know which live will have them. So stick with us. All right. Have a great evening, y'all. Bye.
Bye.